My name is Jason Carter, and for the last 5 years, I've worked the night shift at Lexington General Hospital. I'm not a doctor or a nurse. I'm the guy they call when the boiler breaks, when a hallway light won't stop flickering, or when an elevator jams. I'm a maintenance tech. I fix things. Or at least I used to. I never believed in ghosts. Not really. I always thought strange noises and weird shadows had logical explanations. And they usually do. But what I've experienced over the last month, what I've seen, I can't explain it. And I'm not sure anyone would believe me if I tried. It started like any other night. I clocked in at 10:55 p.m., grabbed a cup of stale coffee, and opened my work orders. One stood out. Room 407, flickering light fixture. That was odd. Room 407 was on the 4th floor of the old wing. That floor was mostly shut down, except for a few long-term patients. I didn't like going up there. The air always felt heavy. Still, a job's a job. I took the elevator up. As soon as the doors opened, something fell off. The hallway was freezing. The lights flickered, not randomly, but in a slow, rhythmic pattern, like a heartbeat. I approached room 407 and pushed the door open. It was empty. No patient. Just an unmade bed and silence. Confused, I checked the hospital records. The room was assigned to an Edward McHale. Comatose. Hasn't moved in months. But he wasn't there. I turned to leave, and that's when I saw him. An old man in a hospital gown, standing barefoot at the end of the hallway, just watching me. "Mr. McHale?" I asked, even though I already knew. He didn't respond. Just stood there, head tilted, eyes clouded. I took a step toward him. He didn't move. Then his neck twisted, slow and unnatural, and he took a step forward. I blinked, and the lights went out. I fumbled for my flashlight, heart pounding. When I turned it on, the hallway was empty. I ran back to the elevator and didn't look back. I told myself I was tired, overworked, hallucinating. But the next night, it got worse. Around 2 a.m., I was in the basement boiler room when I heard a voice whisper my name. "Jason?" I froze. It was quiet but unmistakable. I spun around. No one was there. I went back upstairs. And that's when the elevator started acting strange. It would stop on the 4th floor for no reason. The doors would open, then shut, even if no one was inside. One night, I got in and pressed 5. But the elevator ignored me and went to 4. The hallway was dark. I was about to step out when I felt a breath on the back of my neck. I turned, no one, but the panel inside the elevator started blinking randomly. 4, 2, 6, 4, 4. Then the lights cut out. A whisper came from the speaker, but it wasn't the hospital system. It was something else. "You're not alone." I jumped out before the doors shut and took the stairs 2 at a time. Back in the break room, I asked Luis, the night security guard, if he'd ever seen anything weird here. He hesitated, then nodded. "I call him the Watcher," Luis said. "Shows up every few years. Always on the 4th floor. People whisper about a patient who died there years ago. He didn't want to go. They say he still hasn't." I thought he was joking. But then came the mirror. In the West Wing restroom, I saw a message written in fog across the mirror. "Stay." There was no one else in the bathroom. No explanation for the fog. The water wasn't even running. I couldn't sleep that day. My dreams were filled with flickering lights and hospital beds lined up in the hallway, all empty. The next night, I brought a body cam. I needed proof. If I was losing it, fine, but I wasn't going down alone. At 3:11 a.m., an alert came in, unauthorized movement on the 4th floor. I rode the elevator up. The moment the doors opened, everything felt wrong again. Still, quiet, but this time, the lights were normal. That almost made it worse. I walked toward room 407. The door was open. Inside, standing by the window, was a nurse in an old-fashioned uniform, like 1950s old. Her hair was perfect. Her skin was pale. She turned to me and smiled. "Mr. Carter, you shouldn't be here." "How do you know my name?" I asked. "Because we've been waiting." Suddenly, Every door in the hallway slammed open at once. Gurneys rolled out by themselves. Lights exploded overhead, and I saw them, figures moving inside the rooms. Shadowy, unnatural, twitching like puppets. I ran. I didn't care where. The elevator was gone, only an empty shaft. I took the stairs. Halfway down, the lights went out again. The whispers started. "Stay with us, Jason." I slipped, fell down the last flight of stairs, and everything went black. When I woke up, it was morning. I was in the ER. A nurse said someone found me in the stairwell unconscious. The hospital said my body cam was damaged. Nothing salvageable. But I know what I saw. And Luis, he knows too. I quit that day. But sometimes I still drive by the hospital. And when I look up at the fourth floor, I swear I see a shadow standing by the window, watching, waiting. And deep inside, I hear the voice again. "You're not alone." And I know I never was.